It's funny because AAU is kind of stuck in a space where I feel like the shoe companies dictate success. We're trying to branch out and find other ways to be successful, other ways to gauge progress. I feel like my team basketball-wise, we have it down to a science. We have great prospects in the program. There's gonna be no drop-off. We're gonna have pros, we're gonna have McDonald's All-Americans, that's not gonna stop. So now, with all that being said, how do we move the bar higher?
We're dealing with embryonic situation too.
The last big deal I had like this fell through. I need this shit buttoned up.
Compton it's pivotal to that. That for us is the introduction to the Bitcoin athlete.
It's the entry point for us to have a conversation. Bitcoin is a vehicle to teach them about the whole arena.
Bro, half your kids know they're gonna reap the benefits in 10 years, not now.
We're not applying patience, it's pressure. We understand what the turnout is on the other end, so.
I'm not sure if they'll be able to understand it, but if we just really preach the saving concept with the kids, I feel like that's something we can start with a basis of.
I wanted to make sure you were brokered into the fold on that because I already know that Corey, he probably has his own vision of what an activation looks like.
I want them to have access to it because they don't think like that just yet.
So you understand what a true asset is, and that's what they are.
You guys are gonna help me sell this to the kids, right?
Yeah.
They gotta understand what we're doing.
Trust me, yeah.
Remember this, I've been involved with major fucking $1 million activations at Adidas.
Whatever you need, whatever the players need, what type of negotiation are you about to have with them?
I just want to make sure it maps out good.
To say, hey, Content Magic is gonna be our flagship Bitcoin athlete team.
Yeah, we just have to make it simple like that.
Let's talk about what this needs to look like.
Yeah, exactly. Bitcoin athlete, it's just
hand in hand. It's bro, these kids have a 10-year outlook.
By the time that they're actually pro,
you're not even gonna need a middleman.
Bitcoin is a digital asset that draws its value from the electricity required to create one. It's unique because there are only 21 million Bitcoin that will ever exist. And because its movement is permanently recorded on a public ledger, it cannot be forged or diluted. Bitcoin is the world's first globally accessible public money. There are no Bitcoin headquarters, no CEO, and no government involvement. For these reasons, Bitcoin is in its own distinct asset class. And just like a star basketball player, its value is fueled by the energy poured into its creation and secured by its limited supply.
If you're an athlete who wants to be compensated for your talent, I think the Bitcoin system is far more aligned with the type of mindset that an athlete has, because you're exchanging your scarce talent for value, and you want to exchange it for value that can't be diluted or debased over time, and that is the whole idea behind Bitcoin.
If anyone's aware of time that it's a fucking athlete, they recognize how much time that they have. They recognize this window that they have to perform at their highest level and how quickly it closes. But the reality of the situation is that you're special. You're special to a market that is prepared to throw unconscionable amounts of money at you because of this uniquely scarce talent that you've cultivated across a very, very short period of time.
It represents this movement of ownership and shifting value from institutions to individuals, and really enabling people to capture more of the value that they create.
Let's take the route that an average person would go through in order to earn a living. They would educate themselves. They would learn a skill. They would market themselves to a company. They would get hired by that company. They would then excel at that company and help the company serve its customers. Then that company would pay them for their efforts. That is a big undertaking for any human. The current system says, okay, you've done all that. Now you have to invest your money to retain money that you have already earned. It's much more beneficial for Wall Street to have this investment ecosystem that everyone has to be sucked into in order to retain your purchasing powers.
I mean, we've financialized the world so much that one of the most important messages behind Bitcoin is just the idea of returning to savings, being able to accumulate something that is scarce and that no one controls and no one can expand the supply of, which is so different from our current system.
Corey Clifton is the CEO of Swan Bitcoin, a leading Bitcoin investment firm. He's been very vocal this year, singling out Bitcoin as the only legitimate coin in the crypto space.
I don't need to take it over. I just need to back channel to Joe. $50 million going in is really important for Bitcoin.
Okay.
And if that can become 500 million a month,
Yep.
like the signaling from actually getting them to pony up for something like this would just be a kingmaker. Armani Cotton is on our marketing team part-time. He's still playing pro ball in Norway and he plays on the Panamanian national team. And he brought this idea to me and said, hey, there's something going on with the Compton Magic. I think they're ripe. I think Taupe is into it.
My role in brokering this relationship between, Swan Bitcoin and Compton Magic, it's what I know. It's what I'm currently experiencing. I'll be honest, man, it's because that's what I wanted. I'm doing the best I can to be the guy that I wanted for me at that age. For everything that Compton Magic's able to provide athletically, I wanted that. For everything that Swan's able to provide financially, all these ethos, I wish I could have had a school of thought that married the both.
The timing of this is perfect for me because I feel like I've been so caught up in just chasing the athletic goals of our kids. Obviously, the main goal of us is to get these kids scholarships, and that's what we've been chasing. But now, we've had a lot of success. Tons of guys in the NBA. I think we have some pretty good influencers on our team. I don't think there's anybody in amateur sports that's doing anything with something as revolutionary as Bitcoin.
Any new technology that's sufficiently advanced feels like magic. And we never had the ability to transfer value over the internet with no trusted third party in between.
Right.
And it's like, well, how do you make this palatable to kids and to young people? And how do you map Bitcoin to like real life?
With this new name, image, likeness in youth sports,
Yeah.
now it's like the pros. It's like these schools are calling them and they're calling me, hey, we got this money over here, we got this money over here, your NIL package from us will be this amount. Like we're talking about six figures, like kids that are used to having nothing. I mean, you're talking NBA money.
I feel like a Bitcoin athlete is an elite person, right, who's physically gifted, very talented, has worked hard. They're scarce. You want to be paid in something that is scarce. The only things that are certain and scarce are time and your Bitcoin.
I really want to gift my kids, the players, Bitcoin. We're gonna teach them the fundamentals of Bitcoin.
That's right.
And we're gonna make it a sound part of their portfolio.
And you won't actually save it and treat it as the savings technology that it is if you don't understand it.
So I can use the benefit plan to give my players too.
Yeah. We'll be able to just gift it to their Lightning wallet, basically. We'll show you how.
And I feel like Bitcoin is gonna be the avenue that's gonna really give these players the value that they've always had through this.
Absolutely.
As every level of the system becomes professionalized, the question is no longer if players can be paid, but how they should be. Taupe's job had always been to maximize his players' value. But now, in this open space, he was charting a new vector of opportunity.
We decided to throw a Bitcoin conference for the first time, and we knew that we wanted to have a basketball court at the conference. So it's actually the third stage at the conference is called the Magic Money Court in honor of this partnership.
Compton Magic, Swan Bitcoin partnership, Magic Money.
One cool thing that I want to announce. What does this look like in practicality and reality? Compton Magic, you may see some of the best basketball players in the country here today at this Bitcoin conference. They want to teach their kids about financial education and literacy, and every single player that plays for their AAU team in their program gets a Bitcoin wallet funded through the Swan Bitcoin Benefit Plan so that when they turn 18, they have Bitcoin waiting for them so that they understand savings and technology when they go into college. So give it up for our Compton Magic players on our skills challenge. All right, my man, introduce yourself.
Jason Crow Jr., class of 2026.
I'm Darius Carr, class of 2023.
Marcus Adams, class of 2024.
1, go!
By the way, he's actually angling for the NIL deal.
Absolutely.
Let's swan it up. He's gonna swan it up. Swans up. There you go.
But there's also a big shift happening in sports, from the brands having all the power to the players now having the power with NIL. Is this a new mountain for you? Is this a new evolution for what you're trying to do?
Yeah, it's different. I wanted this to be a kickoff for what I need to do systematically inside of our program to teach these guys a financial literacy play through the savings background of Bitcoin.
The biggest thing with Tope is his mind. He transcends the game because of how he thinks it. A lot of the coaches just coach. He's not just trying to coach. It's, again, what's the next thing? And how can I be ahead of it? Whereas I'm thinking about how am I going to attack this 2-3 zone? He's thinking about cryptocurrency because he's not scared to take a chance. And by the way, he's not scared to kind of do anything with his position of power.
Yeah. Go ahead, y'all. Hate all you want. That's what we doing. We're rolling in just like this.
Tope is executed at a very high level, and that's evident from the players that are coming through, and it's getting better and better and better at a higher level. Tope, or the Magic brand, has evolved over time. They're changing with the times. Okay, cryptocurrency or social media, or we're talking about giving back to the community, and on top of that, we have the #1 player in the NBA draft. But that's work. You know, there's only one Tope.
You are now the first Bitcoin basketball program in America. Why was it important to join forces with Swan to create this Bitcoin basketball program?
Well, Swan, I feel like they're one of the leaders in the industry. And for me, you know, I'm trying to ride the Rolls Royce, man. I'm trying to be with the best. I feel like I'm the best in my world. I want to go with the best in that world. So I feel that merger, that partnership, by the time we really get going with it, we're going to change some things. It's just a great pivot in our ecosystem for us. These kids have always had a shit ton of value. I don't think anyone's addressing kids the way we're about to address them and giving them some of the tools that we're about to give them with the Swan Bitcoin relationship.
There's something like brilliant about the people who are normally abused in the system, understanding how the system works and not trying to overthrow the system. But it's like, yo, I'm aware, I'm awake.
Because we're all talking about building a brand. You just have to understand the rules of the game. And the earlier you understand the rules of the game and your contributions to the game, that's when you start to understand your true value and how you can leverage it to your benefit.
You really think about how just with more access to knowledge of the opportunity, to what it means to turn your brand into a business, how athletes can really kind of take control of NIL. And it's not just about becoming a billboard, it's about like, what can you build for yourself?
You know, Bitcoin is already, I think, a top 10 brand in the world. And I think it's hard for me to conceive of it not being bigger than Apple or Coke or Google in 10 to 20 years. It will clearly, in my view, be the #1 brand that you could possibly associate yourself with.
At some point, we want to be emancipated from the vendor relationship. We want to be more in a partnership. And if there is some type of endowment that occurs through this relationship with Bitcoin, it's a different conversation that I have with a vendor like Adidas or anybody who I'm dealing with on that end of things.
Athletes are increasingly choosing to get paid in Bitcoin.
Yes, they are.
We're already seeing NBA guys like Klay Thompson and Andrej Iguodala do this.
That's right.
And now an AAU team like the Compton Magic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because they understand that Bitcoin is a superior store of value. Money is the tool that we use to reward human activity. So you want your compensation to be anchored in a durable currency.
Yeah.
Bitcoin captures the value a person contributes better than any money we've ever had.
You guys should be proud of one thing for sure is your effort level was great. And I'm very proud of that. And as a lifetime basketball coach, that's about 75% of this game is what you guys already are doing.
See, all you guys, you're gonna go to different colleges, do a bunch of different things. But let me tell you something, when you get to that college, it's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be politics. It's gonna be all kind of shit. One of the coaches ain't gonna like you. Whatever it is, you got to fight through all that. It's our job to politically do what we gotta do to help you do that as well. Whether it be we're leaning on a relationship, making phone calls, whether I'm flying to Arizona on Monday to do some shit, you know what I'm saying? To do the shit so we can get the shit right, we're gonna do what it do to put you in position. But now it's your job to carry the torch, man.
So what happens to the sport when the game itself becomes a secondary concern?
It turns into the WWE. If the consumer or that Gen Alpha is more focused on that, and that's good for the business and the powers that be, that's what's gonna happen. It's happening already.
We're coming to like a collision course where a paradigm has to change. And we're seeing this because the money is just getting so crazy that the issue is at some point, the old school ideologies would just have to fall away.
What makes it a viable product in the marketplace is that magic and that essence that you talked about. But because we've commodified it, all of these other things have to take place around it. The very thing that makes it dope and special is why people feel compelled to want to sell it.
Here's the funny thing about capitalism and sports. In order to be a successful business, it needs to be more than a business. There's something to the individuating incentives of the modern era that have really crept into the sport, and I think have permeated it to such a degree that the fans are picking up on it, and a lot of the fans don't like it, and I don't blame them.
Grassroots AAU basketball and NBA, they are one and the same. Our basketball community is good. Our basketball culture is bad. And when I say bad, I mean just in terms of what we allow. We've accessorized the game. We've turned this thing, into straight consumerism. A beautiful team sport, we've individualized it.
When you inject material gain, it is no longer play. Think about all the ethical conflicts are really money versus play.
Athletes are artists. Any game they go into is a blank canvas in which they could create. You can't tell me his rhythms and his patterns, there's not artistry or like a poetry behind it, right? If I'm focused on the manipulation opposed to the pure artistry, my artistry is going to suffer.
The minute you enter a system that says, we're trying to make you a pro, it's very difficult to take that back, to get that out of a young person's head.
Because they overthought their careers, they're trying to manage stuff, and they forget to play. You ultimately want to say to them, guys, this better not become a business. If once that happens, it takes away your joy. Your joy is what's making you something special. The idea of play, it's the soul of the game.
Maybe I'm being optimistic, maybe I'm not, and I'm not gonna name any names in specific, but I really think in the next 3 to 4 years, we will have at least 2 to 3 guys in every draft. That's a lot for an AAU program. It's crazy. I mean, we bought this house 3 years ago. There was nothing in here. It was just the house, it was dirt in the back. And I never forget, I had all the kids, Onyeka, the Mobleys, they all came over here to help me move some shit. What up? What's up, baby?
How you doing?
What's so funny, niggas? Onyeka was a senior in high school. Isaiah was a senior in high school. Evan was a junior. How you? No, bring that shit up here. Bring that here. You see how we doing it? We got this shit up here. We doing that over here. Now we're gonna take this shit to the external, right? Let's go out here. We're gonna have a little entertainment room right here. Then we're gonna have the player experience. Hey, a little different from y'all niggas sleeping on my floor at the other crib. You know what I mean? On the floor, on the couch. But it's gonna be a whole
Compton Magic compound experience. For y'all niggas. That's what we doing this for.
Onyeka just signed his 4-year extension.
Bring my lawn chair over here and a nice grill.
No, you don't need a hey, hold on. You don't need no damn lawn chair, bro.
Oh, you don't have a chair?
Come on, man. I'm gonna have this shit situated for you, bro. You don't need no damn lawn chair. You country nigga. Don't country. You no damn lawn chair. Hey, talk to your daddy, man. He always come with some country shit all the time. Always come up with some country stuff.
Then Evan's gonna make $300 million. Like, that was 3 years ago. Like, he's gonna be a franchise player. He's gonna be a super max. In the new collective bargaining, who knows what that means? It's probably $300 million.
I got you, dog. I got you, dog. I got you, big dog.
I mean, I don't know. Put that in perspective.
Okay, so the pick is now in. Commissioner Adam Silver makes his way to the podium.
With the 3rd pick in the 2021 NBA Draft. With the 6th pick. With the 18th pick.
Jalen Clark.
TJ Leaf. Dalen Terry.
Isaiah Mobley.
Onyeka Okongwu. Evan Mobley from the University of Southern California.
Evan Mobley is a future star, I believe.
TJ Leaf, who played so well.
Isaiah Mobley.
Johnny Juzang.
Gabe York for a 3rd three.
Dalen Terry, he's like a Swiss Army knife out there. He does everything.
2-time Mr. Basketball player in the state of California.
It felt amazing. Like, I can't even put it into words.
You're gonna have this, hey, people see this thing, they're gonna tell you this is gonna be a cult fucking, people are gonna be going crazy over this shit. Oh, well, I mean, by the time it comes out, man, I don't know what's gonna, I mean, I don't know how the climate's gonna be, but if it comes out like at the right timing, it could be all kind of crazy shit. Like, if you can splice it right, the blueprint will be out, people will be all fucked up.